Hi and welcome to the latest Ancient Egypt news from the third week of September. The Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities confirmed that it took all necessary legal measures following the disappearance of an ancient bracelet from the restoration lab at the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir. The case was referred to the relevant security authorities and the public prosecution, and all competent bodies were notified to take the required actions. A specialised committee was formed to inventory and review all artefacts housed in the restoration labs. As a precautionary measure, an image of the missing piece was circulated to archaeological units at all Egyptian airports, land and seaports, and border points across the country. The missing piece was a gold bracelet with spherical lapis lazuli beads belonging to King Amenemope from the Third Intermediate Period. The ministry stressed that the delay in publicly announcing the incident was intended to provide the proper environment to ensure the integrity of the investigation process. As a follow-up, following intensive investigations, authorities identified the perpetrator as a female conservator at the museum, who stole the bracelet on September the 9th while on duty, using a distraction technique. She then contacted an acquaintance, the owner of a silver shop in Cairo's El Sayeda Zainab district, who sold the architect to a gold workshop owner in Al Saka, the goldsmiths district, for 180,000 Egyptian pounds. The workshop owner subsequently sold it to a gold smelter employee for 194,000 Egyptian pounds, where it was melted down and incorporated into other gold items for recasting. After obtaining the necessary warrants, security forces apprehended all involved individuals, and during questioning, the suspects confessed to the crime, and authorities seized the proceeds of the sale in their possession. Legal measures have been taken and the case has been referred to the public prosecution for further action. Orascom Construction has successfully completed the new walkway which seamlessly connects the pyramids of Giza with the GEM, enhancing accessibility for visitors on foot and by golf cart. The project incorporates advanced infrastructure, landscaping and supporting services, all designed to create a harmonious transition between the ancient wonders and the museum. Completed ahead of the GEM's grand opening, the walkway underscores Orascom Construction's commitment to strengthening Egypt's position as a premier cultural destination. More than a passageway, it's a gateway that links Egypt's rich heritage with its modern vision, enriching the visitor experience and supporting the nation's growing tourism sector. On behalf of Mr. Sharif Fati, Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Dr. Saha Bajat, advisor to the Minister for Training, was part of the Egyptian delegation headed by Dr. Manal Awad, Minister of Local Development, as Egypt became one of the 7 winners of this year's Aga Khan Prize for Architecture, with the project Reviving the historic Esna in Luxor. A large ceremony was held in the capital Bishkek in the Republic of Kyrgyzstan. The ceremony also saw a large presence of local and international dignitaries, representatives of winning countries, senior architects and cultural experts from around the world. Mr. Fati expressed his happiness over Egypt's victory with this World Award, which returns it to the forefront of the global architectural scene after more than 20 years of absence, since the Alexandria Library won in 2004 and the Nubia Museum won in 2001. The Esna Revitalisation Project addresses cultural tourism challenges in Upper Egypt, focusing on inclusive growth and heritage conservation. The project encompasses physical interventions, socio-economic initiatives and innovative urban strategies, transforming Esna from a neglected site centred on the Temple of Khnum into a prospering historic city. Physical works included the conservation and adaptive reuse of the 18th century Wakalat el Jawadi, upgrades to the Kisaria Market and Bazaar Street, restoration of the 19th century Royal Guest House, and rehabilitation of 15 architecturally significant sites. Sustainable methods utilize local materials like mud bricks and wood, recycled extensively, and revive traditional techniques. Socio-economic efforts included capacity building of over 430 local participants and 18 SMEs in business skills and documenting cultural and architectural heritage. The establishment of women-led enterprises, Women's Kitchen and the Women-led Wood Workshop promoted gender inclusion. Tourism initiatives strongly increased visitor numbers, and local businesses received infrastructural and financial support. The project preserves Esna's historic fabric, cancelling demolition plans and redefining urban management. By creating hundreds of jobs and fostering community ownership, it serves as a replicable model for sustainable development. Established in 1977, the Aga Khan Architecture Award is one of the world's largest architecture awards, awarded once every 3 years to projects that achieve a balance between architectural excellence and meet social and cultural needs of communities. The award honours all those involved in the achievement of winning projects, from architects and builders to municipalities and craftsmen. The Dominican archaeological mission working at the site of Tapazaris Magna Temple, west of Alexandria, has announced a new underwater finding that confirms the existence of a submerged ancient port connected to the temple and directly linked to the Mediterranean. The mission, led by Dr. Kathleen Martinez of the Universidad Nacional Pedro Enriquez Urena, in collaboration with Dr. Robert Ballard, founder and CEO of the Ocean Exploration Trust, conducted a detailed geological and archaeological survey that revealed the remains of a protected inner harbour. According to the research team, the harbour was shielded by natural coral reefs, and the seabed yielded a collection of stone and metal anchors of various sizes, along with a large quantity of amphorae dating to the Ptolemaic period. The survey also confirmed that the ancient coastline once lay nearly 4 kilometres north of today's shoreline, an indication of significant geological change since antiquity. The investigation further revealed an extension of a tunnel running from the Tapazaris Magna Temple towards the Mediterranean, reaching as far as the area known as Salam 5, where divers uncovered additional archaeological material suggesting maritime activity in antiquity. Sherif Fati, the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, stated that the discovery highlights Egypt's deep maritime history and confirms that its ancient coastlines were not only cultural centres but also strategic gateways for trade and cultural exchange with the wider Mediterranean world. He reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to supporting research projects that shed light on Egypt's submerged heritage. Dr. Mohammed Ismail Khaled, Secretary-General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, described the find as a major contribution to Egypt's maritime archaeology. No ancient sources had previously referred to a port at this site, he said, adding that the discovery enhances our understanding of the economic and religious infrastructure of the region and reinforces Egypt's historical role as a global hub for maritime activity. Dr. Martinez emphasized that these results represent a new chapter in the study of Tapazaris Magna and its environs. Our mission will continue to explore and document the site's rich archaeological record, revealing more about its role in the late Ptolemaic period, she said. Last year, the same mission uncovered foundation deposits beneath the southern wall of the temple's outer enclosure, including a variety of ritual and funerary artifacts. 337 coins, many bearing the likeness of Cleopatra VII, ceramic ritual vessels, oil lamps, limestone food containers and cosmetic jars, bronze statues, a scarab amulet inscribed with the phrase, "The justice of Ra has shone," and a bronze ring dedicated to the goddess Hathor. The team also documented pottery, sherds and architectural remains that date the temple walls to the 1st century BCE, and identified remains of an earlier Greek period temple, built in the 4th century BCE and destroyed between the 2nd century BCE and the start of the Roman era. A carved-out cow bone found in Egypt is actually an ancient whistle once used by an Egyptian police officer. This officer didn't use the whistle to direct traffic though. He was guarding a royal tomb. The perforated toe bone was discovered back in 2008, according to a study recently published in the International Journal of Osteoarchaeology. It was excavated from the ancient city of Akhetaten, which was founded by Akhenaten, husband of Nefertiti and father of King Tutankhamun. The capital, filled with royal houses, temples and tombs, was only briefly occupied. Today its ruins are known as Tel El Amarna. Study co-author Michelle Langley, an archaeologist at Griffith University in Australia, says the carved bone is very unique. Nothing like it has ever been found in ancient Egyptian ruins. The very unassuming artifact has a single drilled hole and fits comfortably in your palm. Upon examination, the study authors suspected the piece was a phalangeal whistle. Langley says that the artifact reminded her of Stone Age bone whistles found in Europe. The researchers tested out their hypothesis. Using a fresh cow bone, they replicated the Egyptian artifact and discovered that the natural form of the end of the bone creates the perfect surface to rest your lower lip so that you can blow across the hole, said Langley. The whistle was excavated from Ptolemaic stone village, one of 2 workers' settlements on the outskirts of the town. As the researchers write, this community was likely heavily policed because the workers were close to and likely laboured inside the royal tombs. The village contained a web of roads, and the whistle was found in a structure that the researchers think could have been a checkpoint for people entering and exiting. This area appears to have been heavily policed in order to keep the sacred location of the tomb known and accessed by only those that needed to know and go there, Langley says. The whistle being used by a policeman or guard makes the most sense. The researchers write that findings from Stone Village shed light on the daily life of an ancient community of workers. Their task was to move between everyday life and the realm of the dead, per the study. The bone whistle is a humble representation of their lives, of how powerful Egyptians maintained control of workers in a tense situation. Not all that was made and used by dynastic Egyptians was made from heated, transformed and moulded materials, the researchers write. Even the most basic uncooked bone could represent a significant insight into the Egyptian past. And finally, beneath the dust of an excavation site, a golden flash shed some light on history, shattering the certainties of ancient Egyptian researchers. A rare gold coin minted in Alexandria between 246 and 241 BCE has been found in the soil of the Middle East. It bears the face of Berenice II, wife of the Egyptian king Ptolemy III, and until now had never been identified outside Egypt. According to specialists, this discovery is more than just an archaeological treasure. It helps fit together the vast jigsaw of political and cultural relations in the Eastern Mediterranean during the Hellenistic period. And that's it for this week. This news podcast is brought to you by Ted Laux and G&T Tours. Ancient Egypt News is now rated in the top 5 Egypt history podcasts according to feedspot.com. Follow us on social media and now on YouTube. Thanks for listening to this episode. Please feel free to comment and share. Until next time, thanks again. Cheers. Bye bye.